Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I am your host, Mel Rose, and this is the two-card reading for Sunday, January 14, 2024. Friends, the Sun and Mercury and Mars and Pluto are all in Capricorn together, having a party around themes of not partying or having a party around themes of responsibility and commitment, the work that we have to do to reach and maintain the level of stability and security that we'd like to have in our lives. It's very much on our minds. We're very much wanting to take action on these issues, and we can very much see where things have not been working, and what it is that we would like to build sort of instead of what came before. And the waxing crescent moon is in Pisces. Saturn is in Pisces, and it rules Capricorn, where the Sun and Mars and Mercury and Pluto are. So it's a very Saturn heavy day yet again today, friends. We are in the zone of responsibility and commitment, but there is a relatively positive aspect on the page today that says what we value is evolving in surprising ways. And so if you want to know anything more about the astrology, please go ahead and check out my Astrology Today video right next to this one on this channel. In fact, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel and then click for notifications. Then you'll know every time I post fresh daily astrology and tarot content like I do. And as always, my friends, I'm so happy you chose to join me today. We're going to do a two-card reading today. Y'all, I woke up to 0 degrees outside. I don't know if the rest of you are in freezing cold weather, but I hope that you are staying warm. And I hope that if you're going without anything you need, you will reach out and ask for help, okay? And so what are we calling in today? That's interesting. We got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So to me, the Four of Pentacles in reverse is sort of the shadow side of being conservative. There are a lot of ways in which it's important to be conservative in your life, to conserve your resources, to conserve your own health and the well-being of yourself and your family, to be conservative in your choices about your career, so that you don't expend too much energy with too little to show for it in the long run. But the sort of flip side of being conservative can be like being rigid in our standards, being so sort of unwilling to let go of something that we value, that we create a problem for ourselves and we create a problem for other people as well. Okay, there's a warning that comes with the Four of Pentacles, which is to not be stingy. Okay, and I want to just say, Pentacles, it is about your health, wealth, and finances. It's about your physical resources, but also being stingy as opposed to being generous comes up a lot lately and makes me think about how we are sometimes stingy with people, in terms of like showing them that we appreciate them, that we care for them, that we're stingy with people in terms of saying, hey, you were right about that when they were right about something, or just stingy with people in terms of showing them the care and the nurture that they need, because Pentacles always bring me back to the garden, and gardening takes a certain amount of care. You have to show up, you have to sort of engage in an intuitive conversation with the garden, and so that when there's not enough water present, or which would be allegorical to emotion, or sort of intuitive, being in touch with somebody, or when there's too much sunlight, maybe you can notice when you're giving too much attention or not enough attention, right? So let's not be stingy with with the way we show care. Let's be wise about that and notice where our relationships are lacking connection, or notice where our relationships are, or maybe giving too much connection. It's a middle ground that we seek, but we don't want to be stingy. We don't want to pull back from people too hard. So what we're calling in, hopefully, is to learn that connection, right? To make that connection, to find that balance between, keeping, giving people enough space, but also not giving them so much space that you become estranged from them. And we have the King of Wands in reverse. So, what we're releasing, what we're letting go, that's the placement of this card, what's coming in and what we're releasing. What we're releasing is, the King of Wands in reverse would be a very angry and hyper controlling, probably even physically abusive character. Okay. So, what I'm getting, the message I'm getting here, is that as we call in the skill of figuring out the right balance in our relationships with other people, as we develop the skill of figuring out the right balance in how we invest, in our relationships and also in our resources, as we develop that skill, we can begin to release that rage. And that song is coming into my head, so I'm going to sing a little bit of it. It goes, I still got rage inside since I was 8 or 9. Okay, Chiron is in Aries, and the rage that people have is really, it's built up. It's built up over many, many years and many, many adverse experiences. Okay, so it's not acceptable out in the world to show your rage, really, to express your rage, unless you have an art form that allows you to do that, or if you find a different way to let it out. A lot of people have a lot of rage inside, so they turn to arts, or they turn to sports, just to be able to sort of express it in healthy ways, because in general, you're not just allowed to stand around in the street and shout at people and act abusively. In general, I say sometimes it is allowed to happen. So we want to release this. I think we want to let go of this, deep anger, this rage that rolls up on us when we least expect it, when we really don't want to feel it, right? And part of being able to release that is going to be, not being stingy, showing a little bit of love, giving a little bit. We feel like, oh, well, people have to earn my respect. I can't just give it. But the fact of the matter is you don't get respect until you give it. Okay, so you have to be able to give a little bit of benefit of the doubt. You have to be able to give a little bit of kindness, okay, a little bit of a grace, which is just sort of allowing people to be as they are and things to unfold as they will, as long as we're not in a situation that's dangerous for us or unsafe for us, right? We have to give a little bit more grace, and we also have to be able to make the connection, reach out, say something. Give your care to somebody and let them know that you're thinking about them. Okay? And as you develop that skill of connection and being, in loving connection with people, however brief, it doesn't have to be deep. It can just be like, hey, I'm thinking about you. I love you. I'll talk to you later, right? Reach out and touch somebody. Okay? And as we develop that skill, that rage can be sort of released in a different way. It's about transmutation, okay? Wands, fire. It's about transmuting the darkness into something positive. It is about burning it off. It's about sucking the poison out of your system, okay? All right, I think that's all I have to say about it today. I hope you are all feeling happy and well. I hope that you have what you need, and I'll see you all in the next video.